politics on the menu.
I don't know what will happen. The governor leads. Whatever directive he brings, I will follow.
What about the surprises?
Action that have accepted.
Hello, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to our program Stewardship with SNB, live from the studios of RSTV here in Port Harcourt. This program is viewed all over the world via social media handles such as YouTube, Facebook at RSTV Online. We are also on GoTV channel 142 and StarTimes channel 113. You can also connect to the studio via telephone lines that we open to you in course of the conversation as we display the telephone lines on your TV set. My name is Solomon Nassenbreg. Today we're going to talk about the big story in town. An explosive device was detonated a day ago at the newly decorated State Secretariat of the Action People's Party here in Port Harcourt. This has no doubt heightened the already fragile political situation in the state. But what everybody is asking is that who are those behind this dastardly action? Even as the police is claiming to have ordered a probe into the explosion. Joining me today on the program are gentlemen of inestimable value. First is the national chairman of the Action People's Party in Nigeria, Honorable Uchenna Nnadi, is the National Action People chairman of APP in the country. Honorable Nnadi, welcome to our program.
Thank you.
Also with me is the state chairman APP in River State, Honorable Sonny Wokikoro. Wokikoro, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much.
I also have with me Barrister Obed Agu, is the National Organizing Secretary APP. Welcome to our program.
Thank you for having me.
The last but not the least is Barrister Chibuzo Ezike, National Assistant Secretary APP. Welcome to our program.
It's my pleasure.
All right, that's how it's going to be today. But just before we begin, let's take a listen to a report filed in by one of the reporters who visited the scene of the explosion Sunday night. Take a listen.
In the early hours of the morning, unidentified persons allegedly threw dynamite into the building, causing some damage to property. The APP came into the spotlight shortly after a date for the local government election was announced. There are speculations that some of Governor Siminalayi Fubara's supporters in the People's Democratic Party were planning to join the APP to enable them contest the council polls. For the party's leadership, this is a failed attempt by a faction of the PDP to intimidate the APP.
These uncivilized acts of people who think that they are reservoirs of violence, who think that they are reservoirs of knowledge, who think that River State must control whatever they want or whatever they interact. We have come to change the narrative.
We condemn these acts. We call upon Mr. President, we call upon the heads of security agencies to go after these people who are behind this criminality.
The APP sees the attack as a confirmation that it is in a strong position to emerge the big winner of the local government election scheduled for the 5th of October.
They are getting the signal of Rivers people joining our party in preparation for the forthcoming local government election. And they want to undermine this good policy of the amiable governor of Rivers State, who wants to conduct local government election.
Our supporters are not in any way deterred. The truth of the matter is that PDP is emptied into APP. They're totally empty. And the earlier they understand that, the better for them. We are not deterred in any way.
The police says its bomb disposal unit has taken charge of the area to prevent further threats to lives and property.
I quickly sent in our officers in here yesterday because anywhere there's explosion, there's likely to be a second one. So usually we move people away from that. And that is what my team succeeded in doing.
According to the police, investigation has commenced to unravel the identities of the assailants.
All right, if you're just joining us, the program is Stewardship with SNB, live from the studios of RSTV in Port Harcourt. I'm joined here by gentlemen of the Action People's Party at the national and state level who are here in the studio to say their own side of the story, how it all happened on Sunday night. But let me just ask the state chairman first before I go to the national, because he's on ground here to first tell us what actually transpired. Honorable Sonny Wokekoro, why would anybody in this world think of bombing your secretariat, considering your weak competitive value politically in the state?
Well, I want to say quickly that it's still something that beats our imagination. We pray that through the help of the security agencies in the state, we will nip this in the bud. It's beginning to be a tradition, a recurring decimal point in Rivers State. You remember last some weeks back, it was a similar incident near the presidential. We don't know what their intention is. But such a question, we believe that even though it appears that we are relatively new, we are not. The party has been in the system for a while. So it's a clear indication that we're a major threat to other political parties in the state now.
All right, I will set the tone. Let me now turn to the national chairman, Honorable Uchenna Nadi. Your party is relatively new in Rivers State, and it is weak competitively when you talk about Rivers politics. Why do you think anybody in the wild world would think of bombing your secretariat?
Thank you so much. First of all, I don't believe that our party is new. Our party was registered in 2017 as African People's Party. Then in 2018 changed to Action People's Party.
Maybe I should say it's not popular in Rivers State.
I
consider the two political parties, APC and PDP, that are most popular.
I also don't believe that it's not popular, because if it is not popular, there won't be this attack. It's as a result of...
We'll get to that.
It is as a result of their feel that we are going to win in the forthcoming local government election, and not just winning, we are going to have a landslide victory. That is why they are threatened. That is why you see all this assault and attack on our party.
So, so what do you share in the sentiments?
Yes, it is very obvious. You said that they are not popular. There's a saying that is the tree that produce good fruits that receive the most threats from the people who want to harvest from the tree. The APP has come to stay in Rivers State, and all the people that have lost out in the Rivers politics are threatened by the presence and the mobilization that is going on in Rivers State. People are taking in the APP, and that is the threat.
All right. So, why would anybody think of bombing your secretariat?
Well, it is not far-fetched. Like my chairman has said and the state chairman has indicated, when you see the threat that the party poses to the coming election, you want to bring down the party. By all means, by those that feel like they want to put Rivers State in their pocket. They want to be the owners of the Rivers State. They want to be the dictators, and they want to be the ones that will decide what happens in Rivers State. Having seen that, APP is being positioned very, very well to make sure that the coming election, they are winning the election or landslide. So the APP poses a threat to them. So they want to take any means, however criminally, to make sure that the APP don't see the light of the day. And to correct the impression that APP is new or not known. No, that is a very wrong impression about the party. The party had a very strong taproot in Rivers State. The previous years, we've contested governorship elections. We've contested all the elections in this state.
It behoves on you, party men, to say that your party is not new or is not unpopular.
It is not.
It is my place to ask you the question.
It is not new. It is very popular. And as you see it today, it is taking the tide in Rivers State. So we are moving strongly, very well.
So, Honorable Wokekoro, you are the state chairman. What kind of device was used? Hand grenade or dynamite? What was it? From what you saw?
I'm surprised that you asked that question.
No, from what you saw, because you went.
I'm not an expert in that field. Like I said, Commissioner of Police was there on hand to see things for himself. So we'll allow the experts to decide what instrument was used. But the truth remains that the place was bombed. It's up to them to define it and then explain to the public, because we are eager to hear that investigation, report of the investigation, to know what instrument was used.
So, National Chairman, if the motive of the bomber was to intimidate or terrorize you, would you say that he has succeeded in the present circumstance?
Well, the answer is self-explanatory. When this attack happened, our members trooped in their numbers to show solidarity to the party.
Were you in town already, or you heard about it and flew into town?
I was in town. I came a day before the incident.
Okay.
On the invitation of the state chairman to come and see the good work he's doing. Maybe it's as a result of our presence that they feel that something big is about to happen in the party, that they attacked in the night. Immediately we left the party secretariat. Our members are undeterred. Our members are showing solidarity at these trying moments of the party. In fact, if you go to our party secretariat, we are registering new members as we speak at the moment. The good people of Rivers State are trooping to join the party.
So speak to this. Would you say that this attack was actually politically motivated?
It is obvious. It is obvious.
You may expatiate. Let's get to know how the connection with politics and all of that.
We feel strongly that it is the same political extremists who don't want Rivers State to be governable, who have been causing havoc in the state, whose interest is to seize the treasure of the state, as against the public interests that are behind this bombing.
Okay, National Organizing Secretary, am I correct?
Yes.
So in matters like this, the police would say, who do you suspect? Who do you actually suspect?
Well, I wasn't there when it happened. If I was there, I would have said, okay, this is the person that did it. Like the state chairman said, the police is investigating. And when the investigation comes up...
No, the reason for this question is that your national chairman, and of course, he said that it is politically motivated.
Yeah,
so that's why I'm asking, if it is politically motivated, are you suspecting other party members to have meted this mayhem on you?
Party members from a party or from
another
another
party?
party?
Yes.
Well, of course, everything is possible in politics. You wouldn't know who didn't want you to see the light of the day tomorrow. You understand? So, but we leave it to the police to do the investigation properly. And when the investigation comes out, the investigation report comes out, we can also, okay, like the one that happened in presidential, we heard over the news. You understand? When the police did the investigation, they caught the man whose hand was cut off by the blast. So possibly they might dig deep and they will find who is behind it. But the unfortunate thing here is that we implore the police to, when they get to the root of it, let them make it open to the public to know. Not hide it. There's no special person here. Understand? Be the person anybody. We will want to know who is actually behind this mayhem, behind this terrorism, behind this criminality. There is no sacred horse anywhere or sacred cow anywhere. So I implore the Nigerian police or security agencies and even the president of the country, let them understand that Rivers State has come to stay under the headship and leadership of Sim Fubara. Allow the government to flow, not putting up threats and terrorizing the state with all this kind of what would I call them? I don't know exactly the adjective to use to qualify their actions.
Okay, let me turn to the state chairman, Honorable Woke Koro. The police would always ask in matters like this, they will ask, who do you suspect? So I'm asking the question, who do you suspect? See, it is politically motivated.
I don't know what you're driving at, because my national chairman and the organizing secretary have answered you that, and for us, that's where that...
Maybe you have your own opinion as a state chairman.
I cannot, on this matter, I have my national chairman here, and we are coming from a background where we have respect for authority and respect for headship. The party cannot be speaking a different thing.
No, Honorable Woke Koro, let me remind you that when that report was played and we listened, and sampling your opinions here, you have said that it's politically motivated, and it is not also unconnected with the forthcoming local government elections. So it is very clear that APP must be suspecting somebody somewhere.
If it's politically motivated, it's not the same thing as asking who are you suspecting. It's English language.
Yes.
Obviously, it's politically motivated. As to who we're suspecting, we need to go to the police to find it out. Right now, they're not suspecting A or B, but we are sure that it's politically motivated because that is a political office.
Yes.
That is a political office that just invited the national chairman to come and see our new office. That is a political office that is geared towards contesting the local government election based on the timetable released by SEC. That is a political organization that wants to win the election, the forthcoming local government election in Rivers State. You're a journalist, so I expect you to do your investigation properly and find out who is that party a threat to. Who is that person that doesn't want that party to exist? Now, we are coming from a background of PDP. We are dissatisfied with what is happening in PDP. The national chairman and his team of that party have killed that party. We are foundation members of that party, even before the national chairman joined that party. And he has killed that party. He's a contractor national chairman, only busy and concerned about himself. The national organizing secretary, the office have overwhelmed him so seriously and obviously. And we say we can't take this anymore. You have party members who have benefited so much from the party. From the scratch, party has helped them climb from one office to another, one office to another. They have amassed wealth while the party members have suffered under the yoke of poverty. And national chairman of the party and his colleagues are not doing anything about it. Instead, they go after poor people who have not even committed any crime compared to the crime that senior party members are committing. And they are then setting up this disciplinary committee and suspending them here and there. Look, we are tired, and we have gone to the national level of the party and to say, look, we are tired. Where can we express our ambition? Where can we express our views? And we'll find a very fertile ground in Action People's Party, and that's why we are there. So whomever feels threatened by that, I expect you as a journalist to come back to us.
One more question before I can turn to my friend over there. You are the state chairman.
Yes.
And having a party secretariat in GRE will cost you a fortune, you understand?
Yes.
Did your party suddenly got a windfall, or some powerful men are behind that secretariat?
Well, I would have left that to my national chairman since you asked me.
Okay, maybe you can also answer. But
no, don't worry. Yeah. Since you asked. How much is... Look, we've been in this business since 1999. I work, I have business. And you think that I cannot afford to rent a secretariat? I didn't build.
That's a party secretariat, not a secretariat.
I'm coming.
Yes.
Now, even when we started PDP, we had fundraising committees. We met individuals with thoughts of goodwill that have resources to raise money for us to run PDP. So it's not different from what we're doing now. Besides, I've just told you that the party has been in existence. So getting some of my colleagues who share my views to source for money and rent party secretariat shouldn't be an issue. And we are going to raise more money to run this election. And if if it's the will of God, at the fall of the governor's tenure in this first tenure, we are going to persuade him to run under our party.
Oh, really?
We pray he listens to us.
Oh, really?
We pray he listens to us, because as far as we are concerned, PDP has killed this nation. What APC is doing now is just what they borrowed from people.
But the government is not considering that.
No, I have not told you so. If you listen to me, I said we'll persuade him as much as we persuade others to run.
Okay, let me turn the same question to your national chairman. Mr. Chairman, your party having an office in GRE will for sure be a big fortune to acquire a place to have as a secretariat. We're asking, considering the lane costs, do you have or did you have a windfall, or some powerful persons are behind your sponsorship?
The lane cost of
How do you know
of your party?
How do you know?
Because people say your party is not nationalistic, so to speak. Because one, in Rivers State, you didn't win any House of Assembly. In Rivers State, you didn't win any local government council chairmanship. Okay. In Rivers State, you didn't win the assembly seat. In Rivers State, you didn't win the governorship. Okay. So, comparatively.
Let me answer.
So, you didn't get a windfall.
Let me answer you.
Or some powerful men are behind it.
To register a political party. To register a political party. To register a political party.
All right, Mr. Chairman, sorry to interject. We'll just go in a short break. And when we return, my guests are here to take bullets from me. But it don't kill them. They'll get out of it. Stay with us.
Stewardship with SNB. It's probing.
You want to kill, you want to bury. What is it all about?
Beckoning on you occupying that public office to give account of your stewardship.
To be that quiet, he's the executive governor of this state and he's the leader and head of our party.
Politics on the menu.
I don't know what will happen. The governor leads, whatever directive he brings, I will follow.
What about the surprises?
Action that I've accepted to follow will be taken for my witness. I will surprise them.
Watch Stewardship at 12:30 p.m. on weekdays. Stewardship with SNB, a new trajectory to broadcast journalism. Join us.
Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB.
Stewardship with SNB. It's probing.
You want to kill, you want to bury. What is it all about?
Beckoning on you occupying that public office to give account of your stewardship.
To be that quiet, he's the executive governor of this state and he's the leader and head of our party.
Politics on the menu.
I don't know what will happen. The governor leads, whatever directive he brings, I will follow.
What about the surprises?
Action that I've accepted to follow will be taken for my witness. I will surprise them.
Watch Stewardship at 12:30 p.m. on weekdays. Stewardship with SNB, a new trajectory to broadcast journalism. Join us.
And he's the leader and head of. I will follow.
What about the surprises?
Action that I've accepted to follow will be taken for my witness. I will surprise them.
Watch Stewardship at 12:30 p.m. on weekdays. Stewardship with SNB, a new trajectory to broadcast journalism. Join us.
Still on to the program Stewardship with SNB, live from the studios of RSTV here in Port Harcourt. My guests are members of the Action People's Party, APP, in Nigeria. Of course, we have the state chairman and the national chairman, and of course, other executive members of the party at the national level with me. They are Barrister Uchenna Nnadi, is the national chairman, Action People's Party here in Nigeria. He's here with me. We also have the state chairman, Chief Sonny Wokekoro, is the state chairman of Action APP in River State. Also with us here in the studio are Barrister Obed Ago, National Organizing Secretary, APP. Also with me here is Barrister Chibuzo Ezike, National Assistant Secretary, APP. They're all here to see their own side of the story as it broke out on Sunday night about 1 p.m. or so, when their secretariat was bombed or something. An explosive device was detonated and a lot of damages were incurred. So let's go back to our previous question, National Chairman. I was asking if your party suddenly got a windfall or some powerful men are behind you to have secured a secretariat somewhere in a choice place such as GRA to attract those who want to bomb you out of the place.
Okay, I want to start by correcting an impression you created earlier that our party is not a nationalistic party, meaning that it doesn't have a national appeal, it's not spread across the country.
Okay.
Before you register a political party in Nigeria, there are criteria you have to meet. You must have presence at least in 2/3 of the states of the Federation. And I will want to tell you categorically here that our party has offices in all the states of the Federation, including FCT, Abuja. So talking about how we got an office in GRA, in a particular location in Rivers State, it's just like you asking me our other offices across the Federation, how we got them. Our offices across the Federation are also in choice locations.
This one's the new one you're opening, the one in Jerry.
Yes, I'm just telling you that our offices in other states
that was attracted the evildoers to above the office
of the Federation are also located in choice areas in their various states. And one of the ways parties get revenue is through the goodwill of members, apart from the payment of dues. So if a member decides to pay the rent of an office or help in securing an office, I don't think it's really a big deal about it.
All right, so gentlemen, but I'll come to you, but this is to the state chairman. You earlier had called or stated that you'll be expecting or you will call on the state governor to join your party. We understand that the state government is adopting your party. Is that correct?
Absolutely wrong.
What is correct?
What is correct is that the aggrieved majority of the aggrieved former PDP members of PDP were resolved in our home. So we cannot carry on with the way the national chairman and his team is conducting it. And we thought that when this RISEC brought out the authenticable for election for the government, and I'm sure you're a journalist, you heard when the party under the leadership of the acting state chairman, Mr. Aaron, they declared they were not interested in the election. We don't want to be disenfranchised. So we thought, put our heads together, so look, we want to run this election. There is no basis for any party to say that they don't want to be part of that election. So it's okay. Instead of hobnobbing and fraternizing with the national chairman of APP, then we went through their manifesto, and we all resolved after finding that their manifesto tallies with our own views and aspirations. And then we decided to go and then adopt the party. So it's our duty now, having done that, to persuade not just the governor, but every other well-meaning river sons and daughters to join us. As I can tell you, I can tell you for free, since we made public this party, a lot of prominent people in River State, be them former ministers, former senators, former House of Representatives members, commissioners, and all world of advisors, the kind of calls we've been getting, they're so massive and encouraging. You know, it's like a situation where everybody is oppressed, yet they are looking for somebody to bear the cards. So we have done that. And from that till the fall of this week, you'll be amazed the kind of membership and those who are going to.
Okay, the next question should have also been to you, but let me just ask the national secretary of the party. Your party, APP, until recently, was still very well unknown, I repeat, very well unknown in River State. What magic did you do that everybody's talking about APP River State now?
The answer is very straightforward. The people are tired of the good order. The APC, the PDP, at the national level, we see that there's a lot of disagreement among the members. Misgovernance, you just witnessed the bad governance that erupted in Nigeria a few days ago. So the only credible alternative in Nigeria, not only in River State, is APP.
Oh, in Nigeria?
In Nigeria. And it's just a matter of days, you will see the event unfolding, that the APP of today is a party to look out for.
So, do you agree or disagree with his views?
How can I disagree with his views?
We're wondering how APP has become the darling baby of everybody.
Sorry, let me correct that impression from you. You've asked that question from a national chairman to the state chairman.
No, from statistics available. From
your statistics could be very wrong. Your statistic could be very, very wrong.
Let's hear
so
you.
maybe you have to go back and look at your statistic again. Maybe check about your investigative journalism.
Okay, before you continue,
Action
sir.
People's Party.
Before you
Sorry,
continue,
excuse
sir.
me, sir.
I earlier stated here that we are judging from the elections that have come and gone.
Yes.
APP did not win any seat in River State.
But the politics we have in River State now, APP, PDP, crisis here and there, we are not even enjoying governance. I wish the governor of the state can even leave his party where they are fighting to APP. My concern is, can the present chairman, with his track record as I know him, but I work with him very closely.
All right.
No, he can change this. He said that I pray that all Rivers people will just give maximum support to make sure that the change Rivers they come 2027. But what we are seeing is nothing to write about.
All right, thank you so much. All right, this question is directly to you. The caller is tired of the kind of politics that we see in River State. We have the PDP, we have the PDAPC that is not registered, we have the APC, we have the APP and the other parties. What will APP do? How would we be able to change the narrative? The kind of politics that we see play out in River State, people are tired of it.
You see, what we have had in River State so far, and most importantly lately, is that you have people who have no fear of God in seats of authority. I've always told anybody who cares to listen, and you have a leader that can balance power, the power in his arm and God in his heart, you keep missing the target. Now, I'm not speaking for the governor, I'm not his commissioner for information, I'm not his press secretary.
You're not his aide.
I'm not his aide in any form. But from his antecedents, you know that he's a very humble person who has the fear of God in him. So if you have somebody like that, there are things, there are lines you don't cross. And I'm seated here and I want to acquire the whole world. What am I going to do with? How many years am I living on this earth? You begin to acquire things that you don't even have need for. That is evil. Now, I've told you we've gone through our party manifesto. If we have a strong party, remember I've been a party administrator. I was a foundation member of
the caller said so.
If you have a strong party organization, they can control the products of the party, the elected officers and the appointed officers of the party when they win government. But when you don't have a strong party organization, a very strong party leadership, they go cap in hand begging even councillors to give them money. And like the saying goes, he who pays the piper takes the food. I tell you a brief story, and I mention names of people who are alive. When I became the pioneer chairman of the party in this local government, then we are still fledgling and looking for support for ourselves. But we did not sell our integrity. I told the governorship aspirants then, way back then in 1999, you want me to come with my executive? That's insulting. You are looking for my vote. You're looking for my support. Come to where our secretariat is. Dr. Peter Audley honored that I came. Chief Sergeant Awusi honored that I came. As little as we were then, as poor as we were then. And now you think that if you have party, and I'm the chairman of the party, that I'll come begging you for anything, you must have to fall in line with the party manifestos and constitution. Otherwise, you're not a member of that party. So to answer his question, yes, by special grace of God, we have the will, we have the knowledge, we have the experience to take this party to the next level in River State. And I'm appealing to all of you who are listening to me. This is the destination for the new River State.
All right, so we understand that the police commissioner, when he came to the scene of crime, we understand he came with his bomb unit and crime scene investigators. Was that correct?
Yes.
Are they there now?
No,
Yes.
they're not there now. They came, they had an on-site investigation, they looked at what happened, and they went home with, after taking the statement of the state chairman and possibly statement of other persons, they decided they feel like will help the investigation. So they went away. But presently, I think the last time yesterday when we passed there, we saw police around there still going around trying to make sure that lives and properties are secured in that area. Like you rightly said earlier, if such thing happens, there's possibility that it will reoccur. So they are trying to, in their own way of doing security checks to make sure that such do not reoccur around that area. And I will implore the Commissioner of Police to also take it to his sleeves. Let him roll up his sleeves and make sure that not just the area where this happened, but in the entirety of Rivers State.
All right.
Let them make sure that security of purpose and life are secured.
Let's get our viewer more involved because they're calling us here. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Christian Kamlevinabo.
Okay.
And the immediate constable for that government was 7.
Oh, really?
And the former deputy leader for that legislative council.
Oh, welcome to our program.
Yes, I'm following your program. I listened closely to the APC officials there, the national chairman and the indefatigable state chairman.
All right.
I want to encourage the state chairman to continue with the good job he's doing. This is the party, this is the chairman that I have known. I know that somebody who started the People's Democratic Party PDP in Bonaco local government, and we saw the magnitude of leadership he possessed.
So many callers have said so. Go straight to the point. What questions do you have?
And I'm also believing that he's going to do so.
Hello, Christian.
That is the fear.
These encomiums have been shared by other callers. Could you go straight to your point? Ask your questions. He's a good man we know.
My point is the attitude towards those who said they are custodian of violence. What they are trying to do today is not going to work because it has gone to State River State under the leadership of Honorable Sonny Mokokoro. They're going to lead the party to the greater heights, and at the end of the day, APC take over River State. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christian. There. That's the way we want it. Yeah, Honorable Mokokoro is a good man. Everybody says so. But when you call us, please, after the encomiums, go straight to the point. We have another caller here. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right, while we wait for the calls to come in, National Chairman, we know that the governor is not a member of your party, but is the chief security officer of the state. When he received the news of the explosion, how did the governor respond?
Okay, I'm not a member of
I said the governor is not a member of your party.
Yes,
but he is the chief security officer of the state.
Yes, I said.
How did you respond to the explosion that rocked your secretariat?
Please, let me tell you. You ask somebody who is from this state about that.
No, he's the national. He's the national visitor.
Let me tell you. Like, we invited him to River State.
Yes.
Our intention is to. We have done that. Is to write because any visitor in the state of this magnitude of this class, if governor is free, he grants you audience to pay him a courtesy visit and tell him why you're in the state. We have done that. We are still waiting for a feedback from the governor. So anything happening around the state that is beyond political arrangements, governor has his security men that will report back to him. Maybe when we are privileged to see, we meet with the governor eventually before they go back. He will not have the platform to tell the governor this is what we express while we're at the state level.
All right, that's okay. You responded to that question. Let's take more calls and then get our viewer involved in the conversation. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Oh, we lost that call. Good afternoon. Okay, the calls are coming in, but they don't stay because maybe the network providers are really not helping matters. But do well to keep calling us. Maybe you'll be lucky to get through, and I will pick your call and converse with you. We have a caller here. Good afternoon. Hello. Oh, I get some of you are even flashing the lights. We're not here to joke. We're talking for development, so do not just be tossing with our lines. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Oh, Chris, welcome to our program.
Yes. I congratulate the gentlemen who are on board to float the party and get us on another platform.
They can hear you right away.
Very interesting. The party system is federal corporate democracy. But what we have seen in Nigeria is a shambles, a show of shame that does not depict the act of democracy. democracy at all. Now, let me speak about the River State where we are. We were not like this before. How did we get to a point where we are playing politics, partisan politics that is so dangerous, destructive? Partisan politics that defiles the way we sit together to eat a drink and discuss as brothers, even when we have these views. Partisan politics where people buy tickets for people so as to become a lord over them. Partisan politics where the chairman himself of some parties will tell you you will win, you will not win. And we allow the system to roll out the way it should roll out democratically. And at the end of the day, these are the things that vehicles us into a disaster. When the chairman of a party must be the one, or will be the one, or often be the one to dictate who is victorious in the system, or who becomes a flag bearer, without allowing the people and making sure none of the participants or intended flag bearers should do a show of money. People do a show of money. We have dollars rolling out because you want to be a flag bearer of a party. And when you finally become a flag bearer of a party, having settled the chairman and every member, that is what brings us to where we are. I want to trust God that the chairman, Honorable Victor, will set a pace that others will follow. It will be very difficult because the system is absolutely contaminated. So rewriting it will be a difficult one. You only deserve a target person to say, no, we need to do this thing properly. So I want to speak to the gentlemen as I see their honorables. I hope you are intentionally determined to set the pace for something better in River State. Thank you.
All right, that's a very important question. I hope you are intentionally determined to set a pace in River State. That's a question.
I can't remember the name of the caller, but let me tell
Chris is his name.
Chris, let me tell Chris. No one tree can make a forest. Even the Bible says, if the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? It's a teamwork. While your leaders are taking the necessary step to put things right, the followers too should be willing to make sacrifices and follow suit. It's important that all of us should join hands to change the narrative of governance, not only in River State, but across the nation.
All right, gentlemen, we're gradually winding down, but let's just take these questions from me, and then we can go to the phones and take one or two calls before drawing curtains. But let me ask the state chairman, what if these unknown faces who came bombing your secretariat begin to come after the lives of your party men? What do you do?
First and foremost, everyone's life is in the hands of God. The Bible made us understand that a watchman watches the city in vain if the God
Give account of your
and if what happened was intended to scare us away from doing the right thing, we are not scared. We are more determined to make sure that we do the right thing as far as River State is concerned. So we're not afraid. We're not afraid. If anybody everybody's intention is to come after us, but if the will of the God, if it's the will of God that it should happen, well, let it happen. But if it's not the will of God, we are sure it's not the will of God, and nobody can touch any of us.
Okay, Assistant National Secretary, if the people now come after your party men, what do you do?
Like Yotni pointed out, that we are opportunity to be here is being determined by God. Life and death, they are equal and opposite. It can happen at any time. If God has not decided that you will die, no matter what your enemy do, you will not succeed. And also, there's the duty of the government is to protect life and property. And that's why our party, in our press briefing, call on the president, which is the president of the country, which is the commander-in-chief, and all the security agencies to do their job. Their job is to protect life and property. But the overall is the Almighty God. That's the protector.
The overall is the Almighty God. That's the protector. National Organizing Secretary, what if these men come after your party men? After here, you will go back to Abuja. The party men are here under his watch. What if they come after the party men? What will the party do? Because now is the structure, the building. They can come after the party men.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know is the question is a kind of a preemptive. I am not a magician that I will know that these people will go after my party men. But I will implore the state government.
You didn't know they were going to come after your secretariat?
Yes.
Okay, we're asking. Now that they have come after your secretariat, bombing it, after that, what if they come after the party men? A lot of people have talked good about Honorable Sonny Wokikoro. As good as he is, God forbid, what if they come trolling him to destabilize your party?
That's what we're saying, that we will implore, or we are appealing to state security agencies, both at the national level and the state level, to up their game. Like I said before now, let the Commissioner of Police roll up his sleeves. Let the governor roll up their sleeves as far as security issues are concerned in Rivers State, particularly in Rivers State. So that when issues like this happen, they will be able to nip these things on the board and make sure that the perpetrators are brought to book. That is what we're asking for. We will not be asking anything more than that. If they go after our men, we implore the state security agencies to be up and doing to make sure that such criminals are brought to book.
Okay.
And they'll face the law.
All right, I'm getting a signal from the studio that we'll just take a short break. I'll return back to the studio for more conversation. Stay with us.
In the early hours of the morning, unidentified persons allegedly threw dynamite into the building, causing some damage to property. The APP came into the spotlight shortly after a date for the local government election was announced. There are speculations that some of Governor Siminalayi Fubara supporters in the People's Democratic Party were planning to join the APP to enable them contest the council polls. For the party's leadership, this is a failed attempt by a faction of the PDP to intimidate the APP.
These uncivilized acts of people who think that they are reservoirs of violence, who think that they are reservoirs of knowledge, who think that Rivers State must control whatever they want or whatever they direct. We have come to change the narrative.
We condemn this act. We call upon Mr. President, we call upon the heads of security agencies to go after these people who are behind this criminality.
The APP sees the attack as a confirmation that it is in a strong position to emerge the big winner of the local government election scheduled for the 5th of October.
They are getting the signal of Rivers people joining our party in preparation for the forthcoming local government election. And they want to undermine this good policy of the amiable governor of Rivers State, who wants to conduct local government election.
Our supporters are not in any way deterred.
In the early hours of the morning, unidentified persons allegedly threw dynamite into the building, causing some damage to property. The APP came into the spotlight shortly after a date for the local government election was announced. There are speculations that some of Governor Siminalayi Fubara supporters in the People's Democratic Party were planning to join the APP to enable them contest the council polls. For the party's leadership, this is a failed attempt by a faction of the PDP to intimidate the APP.
These uncivilized acts of people who think that they are reservoirs of violence, who think that they are reservoirs of knowledge, who think that Rivers State must control whatever they want or whatever they direct. We have come to change the narrative.
We condemn this act. We call upon Mr. President, we call upon the heads of security agencies to go after these people who are behind this criminality.
The APP sees the attack as a confirmation that it is in a strong position to emerge the big winner of the local government election scheduled for the 5th of October.
They are getting the signal of Rivers people joining our party in preparation for the forthcoming local government election. And they want to undermine this good policy of the amiable governor of Rivers State, who wants to conduct local government election.
Our supporters are not in any way deterred. The truth of the matter is that PDP is emptied into APP. They're totally empty. And the earlier they understand that, the better for them. We are not deterred in any way.
The police says its bomb disposal unit has taken charge of the area to prevent further threats to lives and property.
I quickly sent in our officers in here yesterday because anywhere there's explosion, there's likely to be a second one. So usually we move people away from that. And that is what my team succeeded in doing.
According to the police, investigation has commenced to unravel the identities of the assailants.
That is what my team succeeded in doing.
According to the police, investigation has commenced to unravel the identities of the assailants.
Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. Because of people now. Because of the good man. All right, if you have just joined us, it's Stewardship with SNB live from the studios of RSTV here in Port Harcourt. My guests haven't changed. The national chairman of the Action People's Party in Nigeria, Barrister Uchenna Nnadi, and of course that of the state chairman of APP, Chief Sonny Wokikoro. Also with me in the studio are Barrister Obed Ago, is the national organizing secretary, APP Nigeria, as well as Barrister Chibuzo Ezeke, national assistant secretary, APP National. Gentlemen, we're in the concluding part of the interview. And we'll be having a swell time, I must confess, even though the state chairman has had the best part of the meat here today, because all the callers are saying he's a good man, he will show for it today after the program. All right, gentlemen, we will now take more of your calls in this concluding part of the interview so that we can actually sample your opinion and, of course, form an opinion about what you think is the reason why some persons threw dynamite at the APP secretary. We have a caller here on this segment. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
John is calling from Port Harcourt.
John, welcome to our program.
What I have a question to ask.
Please go on.
Let me first of all say this. Like for the governor of the state, the main responsibility of the governor of the state is to protect the state, not party, which I know whether APC, APP, any party at all is under is what is meant to protect every soul of Rivers State, not PDP party. I think in this area, I understand how he's playing his own basketball. I want him to increase his quality of a protection or security towards the people of the state. Then concerning the APP party, I want to ask you, if, because there are some things we see inside there, what is happened that is coming from them to what just happened in order to grant the attention of the people of the state, in order for their own support? What is happened that what happened up from there? So anything can happen.
Oh, say that again. What happened came from where? Came from the federal party then?
Like the place they born in their
Secretariat. Yes.
What will happen is one of their men do this in order to grant the attention of the people of the state.
Oh, is that your question? All right, gentlemen, it's up to you to respond to this caller.
What's the name again?
Hello, are you there? Okay, John is his name.
Mr. John, I'm sure you're listening to us. You see, when we treat with levity the issues of national imports, that's what you get. And I don't know how somebody in his right thinking senses will think that owner of a house will wake up and bomb his own house. And then you will do so at the dead of the night. Are you also saying that it's APP that bombed the one at Hotel Presidential, even when you knew that the perpetrators have been arrested with some of their arms cut off, and you're trying to justify what has happened? It's an ill wind that blows no one any good. We're not here to try to magnify or try to validate your suspicion. But it's up to you. Believe whatever you want to believe. Okay? But let me also tell you this, and those who are sponsoring you, that everybody, every human being has got capacity for evil. What makes the difference between you and us is that we have the fear of God. We have the love of the people in our hearts. That's the message I'm passing on to you and those who are asking you to ask that kind of question.
All right. Okay. I think it syncs well with Mr. John, who asked if it was not one of you who actually detonated the explosive in your secretariat. You have also answered it. We have another caller. Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello. All right. Okay. So, how did the public react to the bombing? Should I ask the state chairman or the national chairman who came visiting? How did the public actually react to the bombing?
I shrunk from what I saw on the spot. The people are with us. It is an act, a heinous act that the people, the good, loving people of River State condemned in its totality.
Okay.
What is wrong is wrong. It is wrong. And the people of River State condemned it. There is a question you asked I also want to react. When you talked about the people behind the bombing coming after our members and, all that.
Okay.
I want you to know that that act is because they are cowards. That is why they came at the dead of the night to attack when nobody will see them. It is politics we are talking about. If you know that you are a credible opponent, stand at the pool. We are not at war. If you take me out of the scene, will it stop the movement? It will not stop the movement. Look at how people are commending our chairman. There are so many good people like him in the River State chapter. Even if he's no longer the chairman today, there are other people who can as well take over. But I want to assure you something, that once you are doing the right thing, God will be with you.
And the people will be
with you. They cannot hurt us. They cannot harm us. We are in the greater number. That is why they have resorted to violence. They know that politics is all about number. They are in minority. And they feel that using violence will give them mileage ahead of us.
Right.
But we are ahead of them.
All right. I can see calls coming in. But let me put this question to the National Organizing Secretary. How did people react to this bombing?
Yeah, very
Detonation
well.
of explosive.
Very well, I think.
From what you saw on ground.
Yes, like my national chairman just said, I want to reiterate the fact that we saw that the people of the River State showed us a whole lot of solidarity, and we're happy with that. Not just in River State, nationwide, we received calls from a whole lot of people showing solidarity with the party, that this condemning in its entirety the dastard act of the bombers, even to the extent that the body that holds together all the political parties has issued a communique condemning in its entirety as well. That's yes. They have also, that is a show of solidarity, and we are happy with the people because APP is a very strong party. If we are not, such solidarity wouldn't have come from both within and outside Nigeria.
All right. So, National Assistant Secretary.
Okay. In the same vein, now people are on the field. They're journalists, and you must have watched all the print and online media, and you have seen that all over the world, people have condemned this act. And Nigeria are very good people. Nigeria want peace, Rivers want peace, And one good thing about Nigeria is that whenever they see evil, they condemn people. It's just only few persons who are always trying to perpetrate evil. But the majority of the people condemn evil when they see evil. And what happened to our party secretariat is it is our party secretariat today. We don't know the legs that will be a victim. So from what I have received from the people, from the...
That's our basis for the analysis.
Let me ask you, how many parties won seats in River State?
You should be answering my question.
How many parties do we have in Nigeria?
You should be answering my question.
That is it. Because if you have done your investigative journalism very well, you will not be asking this question. We have 19 political parties in Nigeria. How many of them won seats in River State? Are you aware that we have 19 political parties?
Did you win any in River State?
No, are you aware that we have 19 political parties in River State? So did any one of them win seats? Apart from one.
So what's the magic? And what's the magic now?
There's no magic. There's no magic other than the fact that this party has been in existence. We have been waxing very strong. And now we have gotten stronger. Like the state chairman stated clearly, that's okay, some members that are disgruntled from both the APC and even the PDP decided to, which of these parties that can we express our political rights? And they found APP very good, and they joined the party. Before now, nobody knew about every other party. Even the APC that we have today wasn't existing before, until some persons came together. They left their parties and they joined together and said, APC is going to be the new bride. And APC became the new bride and won election in the immediate year of election. They won election in the immediate year of election. Are you not aware of that? So now APP is the new bride, not just in River State. Sink that in your head. All over Nigeria. And we're taking over the government, not just in River State.
I won't sink that in my head. You're telling Rivers people.
No, for you that is asking me, to Rivers people, I am appealing to Rivers people. To you, I will say sink it in your head. But to Rivers people, I know they are my people, and I will appeal to Rivers people to see APP as the new party that is going to reposition the state economically, going by our slogan, and unite Rivers State.
Interesting. Okay, it will sink with Rivers people as the days go by. All right. Let me ask the national chairman. Then I will turn to the state chairman. Were there any personal security measures your party took before the incident happened? I mean, in terms of providing cameras, guards, and of course dogs around the secretariat before the incident happened.
Our office is just like any other office in the River State, and it is the duty of police to provide security for businesses or organizations to operate. We have a security guard that is guarding the party office before the incident. So I think the state chairman who supervises the secretariat, who is the head of the administration in the party secretariat, will be in a better position to answer that. But what I saw on ground, I know that there was security maintained.
Okay.
Private security.
Okay, State Chairman, are there measures your office is taking to forestall future occurrence of this kind of incident?
We can assure you it will not happen again. I want to say that what happened took everybody by surprise. We didn't envisage a situation where, even when there is no context, even when there is no party competition, for anybody to have done what they did. Okay, so we are taken by surprise. But haven't received what has happened, or what observed what the event that are taking place in our party sector. We can assure you, and working in conjunction with the Commissioner of Police, which is promises we want to hold.
What did police actually say? The Commissioner of Police.
Well, the Commissioner of Police advised everybody to be very security conscious, and in his own statement, he said that from his own professional assessment that wherever there is a bomb or dynamite, that is likelihood of it to take place again. They are the experts in this case. We hope, and we are using this medium to tell the Commissioner that we are all looking up to him for the security of life and property. You know how the architectural security is drawn in Nigeria. Even though it's a commissioner, even though you have governor like chief security officer, the commissioner board reports to his boss at the national level. So we will expect him to ensure that there is security of life and property, and that what happened in our secretariat will never repeat itself again. As I speak with you today, the commissioner board is visiting to Hilux that is stationed at our party office to forestall any the occurrence of what happened in our party.
All right, we'll take another short break, and when we return, we'll open the telephone lines for our viewer to join us in the conversation. Don't go away. Stewardship with SNB.
Stewardship with SNB. It's probing.
You want to kill, you want to bury. What is it all about?
Beckoning on you occupying that public office to give account of your stewardship.
To be that quiet, he's the executive governor of this state and he's the leader and head of our party.
Politics on the menu.
I don't know what will happen. The governor leads, whatever directive he brings, I will follow.
What about the surprises?
Action that I've accepted to follow will be taken for my witness. I will surprise them.
Watch Stewardship at 12:30 p.m. on weekdays. Stewardship with SNB, a new trajectory to broadcast journalism.
In the early hours of the morning, unidentified persons allegedly threw dynamite into the building, causing some damage to property. In the early hours of the morning, unidentified persons allegedly threw dynamite into the building, causing some damage to property. The APP came into the spotlight shortly after a date for the local government election was announced. There are speculations that some of Governor Siminalayi Fubara's supporters in the People's Democratic Party were planning to join the APP to enable them contest the council polls. For the party's leadership, this is a failed attempt by a faction of the PDP to intimidate the APP.
These uncivilized acts of people who think that they are reservoirs of violence, who think that they are reservoirs of knowledge, who think that River State must control whatever they want or whatever they interact. We have come to change the narrative.
We condemn this act. We call upon Mr. President, we call upon the heads of security agencies to go after these people who are behind this criminality.
The APP sees the attack as a confirmation that it is in a strong position to emerge the big winner of the local government election scheduled for the 5th of October.
They are getting the signal of Rivers people joining our party in preparation for the forthcoming local government election. And they want to undermine this good policy of the amiable governor of Rivers State, who wants to conduct local government election.
Our supporters are not in any way deterred. The truth of the matter is that PDP is emptied into APP. They're totally empty. And the earlier they understand that, the better for them. We are not deterred in any way.
The police says its bomb disposal unit has taken charge of the area to prevent further threats to lives and property.
I quickly sent in our officers in here yesterday because anywhere there's explosion, there's likely to be a second one. So usually we move people away from that. And that is what my team succeeded in doing.
According to the police, investigation has commenced to unravel the identities of the assailants.
because you went with other party men and did an on-the-spot assessment. What was the, what did you find out? What was the value of damage?
The impact of the attack was even shown on your TV a few minutes ago. Is open for the public to see. The damage, the portion of the building. We have also called our engineers to assess the impact on the property, so that we won't put the lives of our members in danger. But for now, the particular portion, the damage, as you can see, police barricaded that area so that they can also carry out their investigation. But it's a big loss on the party, but we thank God Almighty that no life was lost, which is the most important, and the resolute of our members who are not deterred by their attack.
Mr. State Chairman, there are houses around this party secretariat. We may have cameras in their private homes. Did you try to find out from any one of them if they captured any suspect? Did you try to find out from any one of the houses that has cameras?
Well, as a matter of fact, when the police came, after Commissioner left the scene, other high-ranking police officers were detailed to the office for my statement, and then they carried out thorough investigation around, in order for us to discover, based on this police report, that even they had hoped that the hotel adjacent or opposite it, the camera would have, only for them to realize that that hotel was no longer functional. So they scouted this, they went around looking for any CCTV facility. Unfortunately, they didn't get that.
All right, National Secretary, many are of the opinion that the state government is adopting APP so that it can have its candidates to contest for the forthcoming local government elections on APP platform. Would that be correct? Would that be the reason why you were attacked?
No, the investigation is still ongoing, and being conclusive of the reason for the attack here will be misconceived, preemptive, because the security agencies are still carrying on with the investigation. So when the security agencies arrest those who are behind the evil attack, they will now find out from them what is the motive. But like the other speakers have said, it's a political move. They have seen that the APP River State has provided a credible alternative to other political parties who have been held this way in the River State for over 24 years now. And because of the move of the people, the mass exodus of people from other political parties to APP in the 319 wards of this state and the 23 local government, those people who are yet to be identified see this party as a threat.
All right, this question has to go round. Party Chairman, I'll come to you, but let me ask the national organization.
That you asked, and I want to
all right, go
touch on.
Okay.
Though they have provided an answer to that. As a political party, the party is constitutionally is open to every Nigerian. If you look at our constitution, everybody who has an interest to join, you cannot ask the person not to join a political party. And as a national party, with the manifesto and the objective and the constitution of the party and the manifesto of the party, which we can oblige you to take a copy for you to go through. We want as much as that can come in, to come in. On the issue of the governor adopt, the national chairman has answered that question. The state chairman says, we are open to receive anybody, but that move has not been made, or we cannot confirm that move because we have not what to pray, and we appeal to as much, not only the governor, even the senators, the house of the members of the National Assemblies. Our platform is open because it is obvious in Nigeria of today that other political parties, both the giant or the, according to you, the bigger parties, I know they have disappointed Nigerians, and Nigeria are now very focused, looking for a credible alternative. And where you can find that credible alternative is in APP, and we are ready to welcome whoever that want to come in.
Okay, let me make my questions very clear to the state chairman. You wanted to comment on that question, but let me be more elaborate. Now, you also alluded to the fact that some of you left the PDP because of certain things that are not going down well with you. Am I correct? And that the pro-Wike group have hijacked the party machinery, and so it becomes almost difficult for the Sibilai group to field candidates on the platform of the PDP. Hence, there are rumors or reports that the state government is adopting your party in order to allow its members to contest for the forthcoming local government elections. Would that be correct?
Well, I'll find explanations to your question, but I cannot win me to accept your analysis. It's not acceptable. I said time and time again, in every party, in every system, in every human setting, it's not perfect. But if the instruments of the system is such that one could trust, you could endure some certain things. The kind of hardship we have to go through to form what we have today as PDP. Most people who have benefited from it didn't even know when we started, how far we've come. Regrettably so. Now, if you had a party ESCO that is up and alive to their duties, and then makes punishment to those who deserve them, you probably feel that you have a hope. Now, some of us want to contest councillorship election, who were members of PDP. Some of us want to run for council chairmanship election, who were members of PDP. And for just no cause, the party comes to say, we are not interested. I don't see what any explanation I owe anybody to leave that party.
The PDP has said they are not interested.
Yeah, to leave that party, they say they are not interested, for me to actualize my ambition, my dream.
Okay, that's why you are adopted by the state government. For its members to sponsor its correction. I'm asking you the question.
Point of correction. Your question, when it becomes regular, it assume you have a mindset. Point of correction.
You may speak to it.
When you say adopted by state government, it's a very wrong impression. And I think some of us deserve apologies for that. So state government is not controlling me. I'm not an appointee of state government.
Okay.
As to say state government adopted. I'm 57 years old. I've spent 33 years of my life in politics. So you don't tell me that state government adopted. It's my party. I've told you here before, I'm going to persuade the governor at the fall of his tenure, first tenure, to run under my party. It's up to the governor to say, okay, you have convinced me enough, I'm going to run. It's up to me, I'm also going to convince senators of PDP, APC alike, Labour alike, come up to my party and contest your election at the fall of your tenure. As much as we are trying now to also convince those who have ambition to run for councillors, those who have ambition to run for council chairman, to run under my party. So it's near insulting for you to say state government adopted. No,
where it's a report that there are plans. Listen now, there are plans by the state government to sponsor its members on your party.
They would have succeeded. They would have succeeded. We don't apologize to anybody for that.
Exactly what
That's why I'm telling you here. You're not listening to us, but you want us to listen to you. We say we're going to persuade the state governor. And if the state governor is convinced to probably sponsor his people in my party to run for councillorship, it's up to the party to also say, not because state government is sponsoring, to say, also sit down with the state governor to say, sorry, this your candidate is not qualified. This my candidate from APC is qualified. This our candidate from Labour Party is qualified. So we are going to choose such a candidate in both the governor's party. Governor does not own this party. It's the people that owns the party. It's our people, Rivers people that own the party.
Interesting. Maybe I should turn to the national chairman. Your state chairman has said that they will adopt, your party will adopt, or persuade, so to speak, the governor to come on the party for whatever. Do you also agree? You have to give its blessing. He's the state chairman, you're the national chairman.
Yes, but he did not end at that. He didn't stop at that. He said he will persuade all well-meaning river
from other parties,
from across the political parties to join. That our party is open for everybody to join. He also emphasized that the state governor has not adopted or sponsoring anybody as we speak today in our party.
Okay, interesting. The state governor or government has not sponsored anybody in APP. APP is doing their own thing. That's what the party men are saying.
Doing their own thing?
Are doing their own thing.
Their own
thing. I'm only reflecting.
Yeah.
Don't mind us the way we speak. They're doing their own thing. I didn't say the wrong thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll open the telephone lines for you to participate. You've been watching us and following this conversation. It is now time for you to join us as we converse along. I have very eminent guests here in the studio. But let me quickly advise that if you call us, do well to turn down the volume of your TV set or move away from your TV set so that there will be no holdback during the conversation. And so, control room, let's have the telephone line displayed on the TV set so that our viewer can take advantage of it and join us in the conversation. We're talking about an attack, the recent attack on the secretariat of the APP somewhere in GRA or Port Harcourt, where an explosive device was detonated by unknown persons, and the police says it has instituted a probe into that explosion. And I have here with me the national chairman of APP, as well as state chairman, and of course other officials who are here in the studio with me. Let's have the telephone line. It's already there. Take advantage of it and let's converse. What do you think? What is Rivers politics turning out to be? Should this be the way to go? These are the questions we're asking here in the studio. Soli Wokekoro is the chairman of APP in the state. And of course, Honorable Ichena Nadi is also the national chairman, as well as Barrister Obed Ago, national organizing secretary, and Barrister Chibuso Ezeki, national assistant secretary, all of APC. We're on the first call on the program. Good afternoon. Hello? Hello, good afternoon. Oh, we lost it. All right. I think keep calling. You'll get us. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. All right. This is not our making. I think the network providers are to blame if you can't get us. But I know that as you keep calling, you'll get to us and we'll pick your call and converse with you. We have a caller here. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Okay, my name is
Honorable Warren.
I'm listening to the RSTV.
Okay.
And the development of the new party that some of them are also interested in. I see the chairman of the state chairman of the party is one man that is known to Rivers politics. I remember years back when we started also the EDP. He's one man that is active and straightforward. I just want to ask, we saw at the news yesterday about the bomb blast, and we know that he wants to be destructed.
Honorable Warren, could you go straight to the point so that others can also be engaging our line?
What I want to ask is, APP, I believe, is a new party in the state, and you know the ones that are Rivers politicians.
They disagree with you. This is not a new party.
Hello?
You said it's a new party. I've said so here. They disagree with me. Maybe they also disagree with you that APP is a new party.
Hello?
Go on. Go on, please.
I think yes. It's a new development in the state. I want to ask your audience there. What will APP bring to bear in the state of the picture from what we are seeing? Because we are tired from the old way. That's what I want to hear.
All right. Thank you so much for your question. All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Maybe you can first respond to
the state chairman.
The state chairman. Okay.
Beautiful. I think that the moderator, what he said, new party is a relative thing, because anything you adopt becomes new for you. Does not mean that thing has not been in existence. Okay. Having cleared that here, one of the slogans of our new party is "New Nigeria is possible."
New Nigeria is possible.
Beautiful. New Nigeria is possible. New Nigeria where the system will run itself and sustain itself. New Nigeria where you cannot, with all this kind of dilapidated building we are seeing here, you go cap in hand begging for it to be fixed, because you have a very strong system that is self-sustaining. New Nigeria where police will not come here and want to bundle and arrest you because of your expressed your views. New Nigeria where the judiciary, the poor man will go to the law court and obtain justice. not because he's the son or the daughter of a rich man or a poor person. New Nigeria, where the hospital will be working, any contractor will be held accountable. If you're asked to build hospital and supply equipment and you don't do it properly, you'll be held accountable for it. New Nigeria, where your roads will be very will be working, it's good for motors to apply it. New Nigeria, where electricity would be too full, so that the man who genuinely wants to engage himself in small business can run his business without necessarily being employed by rich politicians and their sons to come and ask for them as stocks during the election. That is the narrative we want to change in Nigerian governance, if given the opportunity to do so. That's the narrative we want to change in Rivers State. Yeah. A new Nigeria where one person alone will not feel that he dictates and he must dictate whatever happens in the state. Okay, a new Nigeria where your son, the son of a poor person like I am, who can have hope that he can rise one day through the dent of hard work without having any godfather to support him, even when he's not qualified for it. That, in a nutshell, is the new thing that APP is going to install in Rivers State. And we have seen those qualities in the governor of the state. We've seen that quality. We have seen those qualities because he's also a son of nobody, like the way we are sons, children of nobody. So with him, that's why we're insisting that we're going to persuade him to abandon that his party, that is never do well party, and join our party at the fall of his tenure in this dispensation.
Pastor Chairman, responding to that question by the viewer.
I think the state chairman has elaborated it very well. He gave in detail what our party represents. Just like he said, the slogan of the party, part of the slogan of the party is "In Nigeria is possible." And he has outlined the things, our vision and mission as a political party. And thank God, it is likely going to start in Rivers State.
All right, we have a caller here. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Okay,
could you talk into the phone? You are not audible. Please be audible.
Yes, I'm the Karambok.
Okay, dear Karambok. Okay, dear Karambok. Welcome to the program. Okay, you are calling from Amadiama.
Yes,
welcome to the program.
I want to ask the question.
Hello? Hello, are you there? Oh, we lost him. Or not our fault. Maybe network provider must have disconnected. But again, just call us back. No, we're here to pick your call and converse with you. Yeah, so we're talking about the attack on the APC Secretariat about a night or two ago, where some unknown persons went there and detonated an explosive device, destroying parts of the Secretariat. And of course, the police has also swung into action, as the party men are here to tell Rivers people what actually transpired and how to forestall future occurrence. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes.
Your name, please.
Yes, I am Honorable Siofori Godpower.
Honorable Siofori Godpower.
Yes, Godpower, yes. From 20 Port Harcourt. Calling from Port Harcourt. I just saw the program and I feel assured because the person I'm seeing, Honorable Sonny, somebody I know very well. I've worked with him as the pioneer secretary of PDP for one time secretary PDP for National local government. So I want to know because he's a very good person. Now that he is the chairman of APP Rivers State. I'm believing that if the opportunity is given to him, that former record he has, and he change the narrative because the politics in Rivers State is becoming something else. People who are taking position in PDP, APC don't have the experience. I know that he has the capacity. That's why when I saw the bill, I said, let me call. If he can actually change the narrative so that Rivers State can go for God, we are tired of a lot of this kind of politics, amateur politics they are doing.
Okay, change what narrative? The political narrative?
Yes, you already know the political narrative in the country.
Hello? Okay, you're responding to it. Okay, are you done? Hello, are you there?
This is a personal question.
Yes, I'm still there,
Okay, you said, Honorable Wokekoro, you're asking if he can change the narrative, the political narrative, now that he's chairman of APP.
Yes, so what we are seeing now there's nothing to write home about.
But he's not the governor, he's only a party chairman.
Yes.
He's not the governor of the state, he's only a party chairman. So what narrative do you expect him to change? Politicking?
Yes, he's not the governor of the state, but as the new chairman of the APP Rivers State.
People of Rivers State, all the friends and members of the public all over Nigeria, the cause, the comments on social media, they condemn it. And there's no right-thinking human being that will not condemn such an act, because it's a terrorist act, it is an act of terrorism, it is barbaric, and this cannot be accommodated in democracy. Democracy is always about the people. If you feel that you have the people, go out and talk to the people. Invite the people to support your party. I think that is how it's supposed to be. And that is what the APP is bringing onto everyone. In Rivers State, we are reaching out to people. We are not a violent party. We are communicating to the people. I told you as we speak now, registration is ongoing in 319 votes of this state and in 23 LGA of this state. People are taking in registering, and that is the only way it can win an election in a democracy.
Okay. So the landlord of the party, who is the chairman of the party in the state, how did the people receive this detonation of explosive at your well-decorated secretariat?
Well, the truth of the matter is that anything that is evil is evil. You don't have to belong to any side of the debate for you to say that this is evil. So when it happened, we got a lot of calls and a sympathy from Rivers people that cross party. You know, well-meaning Rivers people, and they called and condemned what has happened so far. Like in the case of hotel presidential, could you imagine the impact that would have created in the hotel estate, business-wise and all that? Because the hotel presidential.
In the early hours of the morning, unidentified persons allegedly threw dynamite into
That's the challenge the APP chairman, Honorable Sonny Wokekoro, has thrown open to all the political parties in the state. If you dare him, give him a fight on the 5th of October. That's our package today. I want to especially thank the national chairman of APP, Barrister Uchenna Kingsley Nnadi, for finding time to be with us. Mr. Chairman, thank you so much. And of course, the state chairman, Chief Honorable Sonny Wokekoro, Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
And the Barrister Obed Ago is the National Organizing Secretary, APP. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, and I want to say the last word to the Rivers people.
Yeah.
APP, Action People's Party, is the party to beat in the coming election. Please, I appeal to you, join APP. Let's make Rivers State the better state.
Thank you so much. And then the last but on the list is Barrister Chibuzo Ezike, is the National Assistant Secretary, APP. Thank you so much for your time.
It's my pleasure.
All right. My name is Solomon Nelson Breda. I'll see you again on Thursday when this program will come to you in your living rooms. For now, it's bye-bye.
Stewardship with SNB. It's probing.
You want to kill, you want to bury. What is it?